Welcome back. Violence in Black American communities reaching breaking point, and they try to blame on the whites, but really, this video is going to expose how a lot of black on black crime is being committed on black people, and then they try to say it's a white privilege. Here's some of the comments. White privilege is the ability to fight through whatever life throws at you without blaming other ethnic groups. By blaming whites is so easy and eliminates taking any accountability for their own decisions and actions. Black kill each other off in record numbers that are turned around and blamed on white people with the help of the white mainstream media. The KKK only wish to be as destructive to black people as black people are to them. The word racist means absolutely nothing to me anymore. It's not the white man, it's you and who are not willing to work, but whatever things are free. Look at the UK. No welfare until 1950, when blacks and Asians were going there. Before that, whites worked, starved or slaved into workhouses, being treated like shit. They have nobody to blame but themselves. Do you think EBT and all that government funding is kind of bribery? We pay you now to vote for us. We need to teach about the Arab and barber slavery trade. They don't teach that in schools, which they don't. They didn't teach whites about white slavery. They don't teach about black slavery. White slavery was around before black slavery was. Look it up. And whites didn't go to Africa and take people as slaves. It was the freaking Muslims. They did that. Muslims and Arabs did all that. White slavery was not abolished in 1930. Think about that. Okay? Think about that. It was not abolished in 1930. White slavery was not abolished in 1930. So let's get into this video here.
With guns, oppressing black people in broad daylight, in the middle of the street, doing nothing. Y'all don't got no job. You are just a bunch of unemployed gay bums. Heavy on the gay part, because all you guys do is wake up and get agitated at what other men are doing with their lives that live on the other side of the street. And then I say that I don't want black people to keep terrorizing other black people anymore, and I'm the coon. I'm the coon. I'm the Uncle Tom. I hate myself. I'm a half-breed. I'm not black enough to comment on the black community. I'm diet black. I'm the bootlicker, right? While y'all victimize yourselves and then go blame the white man for what you're literally doing to each other. So let me get this right. If the white man wants you to stay down, and then y'all systematically keep each other down, who's licking whose white man's boots? Nigga. And then the Democrat politician come, put on some fake accent, pull a bottle of hot sauce out their purse, and y'all just shucking and jiving for them like some retards.
And they're still doing it to this day. It just blows my mind. He is absolutely cooking right now. This is incredible. People need to hear this.
You think white people are against you, and then you continue antagonizing and oppressing each other, and then blaming white folks for it. Guess what, stupid? You're doing it for them. Why would they have to keep you oppressed? And y'all right. It was the white man that got y'all addicted to the welfare state and that flooded y'all communities with drugs and guns so that you could destroy yourselves. And that it would just be the self-eating snake, the self-fulfilling prophecy of victimization and always staying at the bottom of the totem pole of society. But it's not the white man you think. The white liberal wants you begging them for help. They want
Ringo! And we have seen this time and time again, especially since President Trump has been in office. Perfect example, white liberals calling black ICE agents the hard R. Seen it on multiple occasions out of Minnesota and other states. So I think that is absolutely disgusting, but that is what's going on. These liberals really have the savior complex, and if you don't go to them for help and you stand on your own 2 feet, you become become successful on your own in this country, have your own voice, and make something out of yourself, and they can't stand it.
Hunt you like you're these little puppets on a string, and you just dance to the beat of the Democrats' drum. And you're okay, master. Okay, yeah, I'm black. Blackness now. Yeah, I'm a victim. You were brainwashed and had your mind warped into thinking that it was Republicans when the Republican Party was started by black men.
Bingo.
And the Democrats were literally the party of the Ku Klux Klan. If black people didn't view themselves as victims, how would the Democrats get their votes? Because all they do is placate to your victimhood and you feeling sorry for yourself and feeling entitled to government handouts. And you are dependent on the government. You are controlled by the government and you don't see it. I don't.
It's unbelievable. It's truly sad.
Finally, one person got their eyes opened up. The Republicans were started by blacks, and the KKK was started by Democrats. But how do you think the black Democrats keep their votes so much? Because they play on these weak-minded black folks who believe the lies. I told my teachers throughout schools, Ms. Sampson, Mr. Matt, Ms. Martin, all my history teachers throughout high school tried to say, oh, Republicans started KKK. No, you don't, fuckers. It was the Democrats. All my teachers through in high school, I was in school. Look who's a fucking idiot now. Anyway, let's get back to the video now.
People still have not caught on, and I think there needs to be a complete separation from black people and Indians. Now, we've seen black Americans delineate from Africans because we've seen all the illegal aliens and all the foreigners coming over here, committing crimes, adding to our crime statistics, not assimilating to American culture, not assimilating to any sort of American culture, whether it be black or white, doesn't matter. So we've already separated and delineated ourselves from Africans and people from other places, Jamaica, any sort of delineation. We've been doing that already. But what needs to happen is black people need to separate from it. We need to call them out, otherwise we're never going to make it anywhere. We're going to self-destruct. It's already happening. Our population numbers are dwindling. Meanwhile, illegal aliens are coming in this country and taking over. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that aren't from here that have a future for their grandkids. Meanwhile, all the black people that have been here since the jump, their grandkids shot each other. So that's where we're at. And if you think that is not still happening, it surely is. Let me show you right here. In Washington, D.C., Muriel Bowser, the mayor, has decided we do actually need the National Guard after saying we didn't, because she's noticed that the teen takeovers that are mostly filled with black teenagers have gotten out of control once again. You give them an inch and they take a mile and destroy everything. It's out of control. I mean, we've got Home Depot here. We've got employees brawling with each other. I can't even play the video on here because it would destroy the channel, but they're hitting each other with wood, going absolutely crazy. And it's very frustrating because you see certain influencers calling people the N-word, saying that we're chimping out. You can't even defend that because you go to Home Depot and you see 15 black dudes and a couple of girls in the middle of an aisle in the wood section having a all-out brawl. How does this even happen at Home Depot? You are supposed to be working. The rest of the people that aren't working, y'all young niggas ain't buying nothing from Home Depot. How did we even get here? Even in Iowa City, downtown Iowa City, the black population in Iowa is only 5%. I think they're all in Iowa City. I've been through there a few times. That's the only place I ever saw them. And there was quite a few of them. It really is a shame because there are a lot of black people in this country that do well. I think the majority of black people are outstanding members of society and carry themselves well and do well, but the small percentage of people like these guys here that get into brawls, someone I believe passed away right here after bullets started flying. This small population is destroying everything for black people. And I'm going to continue calling it out because I'm tired of y'all. Sick and tired of you guys ruining everything. Call me what you want. You're not going to do anything. You won't do anything. You'll never say anything to me in person. So whatever. Get your kids in line. Pull your pants up. Do something with yourself. Because this is unacceptable. If I am this tired of it, I can only imagine how everyone else feels. Now,
Okay, so I really needed a new car, but I don't have great credit. And last time I bought a car, it was traumatic. I even brought my husband for backup. But we went to Drive Time. And honestly, Drive Time made this whole process so easy. I got approved online in like 30 seconds without a credit hit. And there was no high pressure sales meetings because Drive Time lets you make a deal on your phone and shop for cars online. I got to set my own down payment and monthly payment. Everyone was super nice and there was absolutely no drama. Look at this fool. He fell asleep. Go to drivetime.com and get a car without the drama.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
Now, look at this here. It looks like a great time. I don't see anybody doing anything too crazy, but black people are getting kicked off of Carnival. Carnival Cruise Lines is changing their policy, and guess why? Because of black people, apparently. No more rap music in the clubs. No more endless drink packages. I mean, they are done. They're figuring out as many ways as possible to stop this. They don't want this happening. They said this is not classy. This is getting a little ghetto. You're making the other passengers uncomfortable. And I get it. I get it. I would want to go on a cruise and it be quiet. I want to relax when I'm on vacation. But for people that don't know, Carnival is a party cruise. So they're being a little bit hypocritical. But it just goes to show you that the culture is not tolerated and people are tired of black people seemingly tearing things up everywhere we go. It's sad, but it is what it is. I mean, it is kind of embarrassing. And you just don't see this sort of behavior from anyone else. Why are we the only people that are able to have an entire cruise line change their rules because of us? I mean, come on now. Come on. Not only are people of other races terrified of these little YNs running around terrorizing neighborhoods, so are black people. Black kids also cannot be raised around these YNs. They're literally domestic terrorists, in my opinion. We've got 15-year-old Jaden Pierre, just lost his life. Last week, what is that, last Thursday? I can't play the video here, I saw it, it's disgusting, but it is exactly what you would expect. A bunch of teenagers, of course they're all black. I call them YNs. I don't consider these people black. I should rephrase what I said. A bunch of YNs jumped him first and then put a bullet in his chest at 15 years old. That's crazy. At 15 years old, I was looking at Car and Driver magazine, trying to look at new Lamborghinis for the future that I thought I was going to buy. Enjoying childhood. I think I was watching Dragon Ball. I was not in the streets. At 15, you shouldn't even have to worry about this happening to your child. But it comes down to the same thing. Nicholas, he lost his life to some niggas, some YNs with no self-control that had a gun, that had no business having a gun, should have been in school. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I would never raise my kids around this tomfoolery.
The white men don't have to do anything to suppress black people, sweetheart. Black people are doing it all by themselves. Y'all love to try to blame the white man for everything. Let me just tell you, the white man ain't forcing you to go to the liquor store every weekend. The white man not forcing you to go to the club every weekend. The white man not forcing you to drink lean. He's not forcing you to pop Percocets. He's not forcing you to have all these illegitimate bastard-ass kids. The white man is not forcing you to do none of it. You are willingly participating in this mess of a life. So don't sit in my face and try to tell me what the white man is doing to you. They did it to them. We the product of what they did to them. Now it's up to us to change the way we think, change the way that we eat, change the way that we do things, change the places that we go to, change the people that we're procreating with. Change. But no, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear some shit that's toxic. That's what y'all want to hear.
She's cooking. She's exactly right. The only people that are holding black people back are other black people, which I call, niggas that ruin everything for everyone else. Let's be real here. Jim Crow ended a long time ago. We had the Civil Rights Act in 1964. There has been nothing but opportunity since. And a lot of people have taken advantage of those opportunities and have become astronomically successful in this country. And yet there are still millions of people that just don't see the light. It's just the way the world works. It kind of reminds me of Artemis 2. When it was taking off, I saw a meme that showed, it was basically a side-by-side comparison of Artemis 2 was in space. And there were still tribes on this earth that have not had human contact, that have no technology. They are literally living in the Stone Ages. Both of these things happening simultaneously. It just makes me think maybe some people will just get left behind. No matter how hard you try to bring the point across to them, no matter how much you do for them, they will just be stuck in the past while everybody else is taken off. You can't save everybody. Look out for yourself. Look out for your family. You can't assume that you investing in other people is going to change them. Look what happened to Nipsey Hussle. He tried to invest back in the hood, back in the ghetto where he grew up at. Lost his life to a hater from the same area. This is why people get money and move out. I'm sure that all the white people don't want blacks moving into their suburbs, but you got to go somewhere. You shouldn't have to raise your kids around these crazy wild animals. Move somewhere else. Don't have any neighbors in. If you're concerned about what people may say about you moving into their neighborhood, go buy a house on some property, on some acreage. Don't have any neighbors. But we got to do a change. We have to have some changes here. You can't keep raising your kids around this madness. They will become a product of their environment 9 times out of 10. You have the ones that make it out, but let's be real here. 10 of your 10 friends are bad guys. You think you're going to be a good guy? Very rare. And people fall to peer pressure. So, look, a lot of this comes back to the parents. Get your kids out of these areas. If you want the best life for your kids, move them away from all of this madness. And that's a start. But look, it's embarrassing. Carnival Cruise doesn't want us on any of their ships anymore, which, good riddance, I wouldn't want to go on one of those anyway. But we're making the news headlines every day. YNs are out of control, more out of control than ever. There needs to be some changes. We need to address this situation much more often. Every time something comes up, we need to call these people out. Because look, I can't be the only black guy that is tired of niggas messing things up for everybody else. I don't care what you call me what you want. Take care of your kids.